Jake Paul has finally broken his silence following the latest reports about a potential fight with Conor McGregor, adding a layer of intrigue to the growing speculation. The social media sensation turned boxing star has been keeping a low profile after rumors swirled about a showdown between him and the Irishman. The reports first emerged last week, when McGregor himself hinted at preliminary agreements for a boxing exhibition match with Jake's brother, Logan Paul. However, the situation appears to have shifted as Jake Paul is now the primary focus, with talks suggesting that a fight between him and McGregor could take place in the near future, possibly as soon as next year. The initial narrative centered around Conor McGregor, the former two-weight world champion, who made headlines by claiming he had reached a preliminary agreement to fight Logan Paul in India. McGregor even mentioned that he was set to take on Logan in a boxing exhibition, which would be funded by the wealthy Ambani family. McGregor wrote, "The rumors of a bout with Topuria UFC featherweight champion Ilia Topuria are false. I am in preliminary agreements with the Ambani family to face Logan Paul in a boxing exhibition in India. I have agreed. I will then seek my return to the octagon." This announcement left many fans intrigued, especially given McGregor's history in both the UFC and boxing. However, things took a turn when Ariel Helwani reported that Jake Paul was actually the preferred opponent for McGregor, rather than Logan. According to Helwani, McGregor's team initially expressed interest in facing Jake due to his status as a more established boxer, and also because Jake is physically smaller than Logan, making the matchup more natural. This shift in focus was further confirmed by reports from ESPN, which suggested that a potential fight between Jake Paul and Conor McGregor was being seriously considered for mid-2025, possibly around July, August, or September, and the location would be India, as previously mentioned. Jake Paul's position in the boxing world has been steadily rising since he turned professional, with a track record that includes impressive victories over well-known fighters like former UFC champions Anderson Silva and Tyron Woodley. His performances in the ring have earned him a legitimate reputation, and he has increasingly become a force to be reckoned with in combat sports. In contrast, Logan Paul, while a highly successful YouTube personality and a rising figure in the wrestling world, has had a much more sporadic boxing career. His lone win against McGregor's close friend Dylan Dennis was his first real success in the ring, but it came only after several setbacks. Logan's focus has primarily been on WWE rather than continuing his boxing career, making Jake the more suitable opponent for McGregor in a boxing match. On the other hand, McGregor's status has been somewhat diminished in recent years. After becoming the first fighter in UFC history to hold two titles simultaneously, McGregor's career has been marked by a series of setbacks. His last professional victory came in 2016, and since then, he has struggled to maintain the same level of dominance in the UFC. McGregor's return to the octagon has been delayed due to injury, and his last two appearances, including a loss to Dustin Poirier in 2021, have raised questions about whether he can return to his former glory. Despite these setbacks, McGregor remains a huge draw in combat sports, and his involvement in a fight with Jake Paul would generate massive attention and financial gain. As the speculation intensified, fans were left waiting for a response from either fighter about the status of the fight. Conor McGregor, usually known for his brash and outspoken nature, remained largely silent on the subject after his initial tease. However, Jake Paul, known for his social media presence and ability to keep his audience engaged, took to Twitter, now X, to share his thoughts. The post was brief, consisting of just one word, "sh." This cryptic message suggested that there was more to the situation than what had been publicly revealed, and it only fueled the rumors surrounding the potential fight. In addition to this, Jake had previously addressed the situation with a more direct message on X, where he made it clear that he would only entertain the idea of fighting McGregor if the UFC and its president, Dana White, were directly involved in the negotiations. He wrote, "Now it all makes sense why Conor McGregor and his management team have been desperately trying to get MVP to negotiate for a fight between us. As we told them privately, and I'm now saying it publicly. The only way we're willing to explore me versus Conor in a pro boxing/MMA fight is if Dana White/UFC are at the table directly or make it clear they are okay with discussions. Conor is washed. Needs the Pauls. Logan by however he wants. Jake's comments reflect his growing confidence in the fight game, as he has positioned himself as a legitimate boxer who is calling the shots in any potential matchups. His insistence on UFC involvement suggests that he wants to ensure the fight takes place under the most professional and regulated conditions, with the backing of the organization that helped make McGregor a global superstar. It also signals Jake's belief that he has the leverage in this situation, especially considering his growing record and popularity within the combat sports world. While the details of the fight remain up in the air, Jake Paul's post serves as a reminder of how he continues to manipulate the media and public attention to his advantage. Whether the fight against Conor McGregor becomes a reality or not, Jake has proven time and again that he knows how to generate buzz and maintain his presence in the spotlight. His involvement in combat sports, especially boxing, has blurred the lines between celebrity and athleticism, and a potential fight with McGregor would only add to his already impressive list of spectacles. As of now, it remains to be seen whether McGregor will agree to the terms set by Jake Paul and whether the UFC will get involved in the negotiations. However, one thing is for certain: if this fight happens, it will be one of the most highly anticipated and lucrative events in combat sports. Fans of both fighters, as well as casual observers, will undoubtedly tune in to see how the clash between these two polarizing figures unfolds. In the meantime, Jake Paul's cryptic social media posts, combined with the shifting reports about his fight with McGregor, ensure that the story will continue to develop and captivate the attention of the combat sports world. For now, the world waits to see if this high-profile matchup will come to fruition, and if it does, what kind of impact it will have on the careers of both Jake Paul and Conor McGregor.